Everybody. Welcome to the PPC radio show with Shelly Shell Williams, DJ Kadisco, and me, myself, and I, Miss Cindy, or Seabreeze, which I haven't gone by in a long time. I miss that name. Anyway, we're going to dive into, first off, our commercials, which we have to do, and then hopefully by then our guest will be with us. We'll see you in a minute.
WGFB-FM radio. So are you ready? Yeah. How it used to be. Something for everyone. 24/7, 365.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Taking a family of 5 to the amusement park can cost a small fortune.
Oh, yeah. So to save some money, we thought, hey, let's bring the amusement park to us.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right, step right up, young man. Are you ready to ride the Wacky Waterfall?
That's just the bathtub with the shower head running.
Nope, it's the Wacky Waterfall.
It's the shower, Dad.
Waterfall.
Wacky.
There's an easier way to save. To get a free rate quote, go to geico.com, then buy online, over the phone, or at your local Geico office.
Hi, Tom Bodette. Motel 6's new improved website lets you book a room and save more for what you travel for faster than ever. Even faster than you can find your keys, which you swore were right on the little hooky thing by the garage door where they always are, and we can land a robot on a comet, but we can't keep keys from disappearing. Oh, here they are. Left them in my jacket. Don't you hate that? I'm Tom Bodette for the new improved Motel6.com, and we'll leave the light on for you.
Hey, welcome to Everything Outdoors. Can I help you find anything?
Hey, yeah. Can you point us to the camping gear?
Sure, aisle 2.
Snowboarding? Just bought a new Nissan Pathfinder. It's got intelligent 4x4, and we want to hit the backcountry.
Aisle 18.
And the boats?
Are you sure you can do all this?
Up to 6,000 pounds towing, we're good to go. Oh, where's the scuba gear?
Return to rugged in the all-new 2022 Nissan Pathfinder. Available intelligent 4x4 cannot prevent collisions or provide enhanced traction in all conditions. Always monitor traffic and weather conditions. Towing capability varies by configuration. See Nissan Owner's Manual for proper use.
The COVID-19 vaccines can be our chance to get back to our plans, who we are, what we miss, to get back to each other, to life. But it's okay to have questions, like, how were the vaccines tested? In rigorous clinical trials among adults of diverse backgrounds. Can the vaccines give you COVID-19? You cannot get COVID-19 from a vaccine. Why should I get vaccinated? Protecting yourself also helps protect the people around you. Find the latest information at getvaccineanswers.org.
Hey, everybody, it is Shelly Shell Williams.
Hi, this is Cinda Williams, and I am so blessed to tell you about a new book on survival called Faith, Failure, Success, Volume 2, Surviving the Storm. Erica Summers, Martha Chavez, Latricia Rice, Nicole Reed, Vania Hudson, and I have come together to share our deepest challenges and how we overcame. Please check it out on Amazon.com and wherever books are sold.
Amazon is hiring near you. Earn a competitive wage and start as soon as 7 days. No resume or experience required. Health and safety are a top priority with all of Amazon's roles and sites. Amazon is taking precautions in their buildings to keep people healthy. Go to Amazon.com/apply. That's Amazon.com/apply. Amazon is an equal opportunity employer.
WGFB-FM radio.
So are you ready?
Yeah. How it used to be. Something for everyone. 24/7, 365.
PPC, 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 yeah. PPC, PPC, CPC, yeah. Join me so we can grow together. Conversation, get that healing. Let them know what they're missing. Share what with your best friend. Tell them come hear this, yeah. Don't you dare miss your blessings. Powerful lessons, true confessions, yeah. PPC, yeah. A powerful tool for you and me. PPC, yeah. A powerful tool for you and me. PPC,
All right. Welcome, PPC Radio Show. Welcome, Peter Guns. What's up, man?
What's good with you? I'm here.
Good. Thank you for making it.
I'm in the building. Of course. I told you I would.
So this is Shelly Shell, my co-host, and DJ Kid Disco you've met. I'm sure he's going to show his face soon.
Oh, you know that's going to happen.
Thank you again for coming. Before we move into our first segment, I just want to, someone has,
yes.
I think
I'm taking care of some ish.
Oh, okay. Someone on Facebook is quoting you. I think this is our friend Malik Truth. He's like, okay, this is Peter Guns. New York niggas got crazy game, but out of town it's all the same. Is that your stuff that he's quoting? Yes.
Yes, that happens.
Hey, am I allowed to play that because it's your joint?
No, I mean, of course you can play it. I mean, just play it.
We don't
care.
Okay, maybe after the break, okay, we can come back with it.
He still might get cut off on Facebook, but you know.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, we don't want to get cut off.
He will cut off. It'll mute the whole thing. Even though he's giving permission, still the copyright.
Right,
That's
true that.
true. That's true.
So James says hi, and Ramon says hi, and okay. So Peter, first thing we do is Miss Shelly Shell has a segment that we spring on our guests. So we're gonna spring it on you. Come on, Shell.
I think he's ready for it anyway. I don't know. I don't think nothing gonna shock you, but the segment is True Confessions. So you gotta tell us one true confession, and then we gotta follow suit. So something, you don't have to be that deep, but I think you got something for us. What's your true confession?
True confession about what would you want?
Anything. You can go food, you can go that one thing that nobody knows in your life. What happened as a child? When I was walking down the street, I fell and bust my head. I don't know. What up?
I mean, I hate seeing things upside down. That's a true confession. I hate to see, and I hate telling people that because they do it on purpose. It drives me nuts. I can't see things upside down.
So what you mean by upside down? Give me a little example.
So for instance, if I go in a bookstore or I go into a store and things, and it's, you know, it's
you gotta fix it. Money, you want your money going all the same way? Gotta have the money all the same way.
Yeah, little things like that. That's that I think a lot of people don't know that about me. It drives me nuts. I go in a cabinet and things I'm sitting there turning soup cans up the right way. Little things like that. Yeah. And so people mess with me. When I tell people about it, they fuck with me about it all the time. I mean, mess with me about it all the time. Excuse me.
I feel you. I probably would have to go around that too. Oh, you don't like this? Especially if you got on my nerves, I'm like, you know what? This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna turn everything upside down. But not now.
Right.
So Cinda, what's your one thing like that could be your thing that nobody knows about?
I hope no one's offended by this, but it is how I feel. I don't like old stuff. I don't like old stuff. It makes me feel creepy. Like old, like 1970s, 1980s television. It creeps me out. I don't like old stuff. I don't like old fashioned unless they've like updated it somehow.
Right.
You can, you know, I just don't like old. I don't like it when it smells old. I don't like nothing like that. You know what I mean? And sometimes I got to deal with it. I can't care. I go in someone's house, they got all old stuff, and I'm gonna be like, okay, well, this is their house, and I'm gonna pretend like I don't see this stuff, but it makes me feel creepy. I don't know what it is, but that's my way.
That's your confession. You don't like old stuff now.
Yeah, I haven't told probably anybody that.
Keep all the old stuff away from you. You know what I don't like? Dented cans. Dented cans of tuna fish, dented cans of soup, dented cans of anything. I don't like dented cans. So I went in the fridge, the cabinet and threw away a whole bunch of dented cans. He did it yesterday. I was like, oh my God, this can is dented. So I'm throwing them in the trash, and I know that's wrong.
Don't shop in the Bronx then.
For real? Like dented cans, I can't do it. Don't give me those dented cans.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What about you, kid?
What's that?
What about
Okay.
Kid Disco?
As far as old stuff,
Mm-hmm.
I don't like old stuff either, because when you get with old stuff be too old.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I used to deal with old stuff when I was younger. They was like in their 40s and I was in my 20s. But
You're wrong. Look at you.
now, well, that's not the kind of old stuff we was talking about.
Yeah.
You're funny. That's not.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we was talking.
Oh, okay. You don't like old stuff. Well, I don't
I
like
thought
old
y'all
balls.
was
I
talking
don't like
about.
old balls. How about that?
I know what you're talking about.
Oh, because I was thinking, because I'll be 56 this year, so old stuff to me would be like 76, you know.
Are you gonna
But-
be 76 if you're lucky?
Yeah, but at 76, I definitely don't want the old stuff at 76, because that means she's
Okay.
like 96.
That's when you're gonna want your 30-year-old, right?
She's seasoned. Don't be messing with her. But there you go, your true confessions. Great true confessions, y'all.
Nah, seriously, I do got one more true confession that really just drives me crazy. I hate when you're in the club, and maybe it's the DJ in me, but I hate when you're in the club or you listen to them on the radio or whatever, and they train wrecking, and I'm like, and everybody like, yeah, I'm like, y'all don't hear this shit?
Right.
You're right.
That just drives me crazy. If you playing Drake and then you go to Papa got a brand new bag, what are you doing? Oh, that
That's
drives
when
me.
they hired their cousin as the DJ.
Yeah, well, he sucks.
Or sometimes they might think that's a good thing. Sometimes they might like that. They might like the back and forth.
Nah, but
Yeah, I'm that way too. I can't watch a movie where they do stupid shit. It makes me mad.
It just
I can't watch television where they do, I'm like the writer, the director.
like, don't nobody else see that shit, or was it just me?
I know how you feel. I feel
Another
the same.
thing I don't like when people eat and the fork hits their teeth. Drives me.
The clink up against the teeth. Oh my
Drives me.
gosh.
And don't
I'm
lick
with
your
you on
fingers.
that.
Do not lick your fingers, please. That it's over.
Yeah.
Oh, no licking the fingers either? No.
Never. Nah.
What? Man, that's the thing. When you eating chicken, how could you not lick your
Nah,
fingers?
man. Go to the side and do it. Don't be at the table licking your fingers. I can't do it.
Yeah, I
Oh,
was
man.
watching someone cook, and I was like,
Yeah.
stop.
I had a friend do that recently, and he was in the hospital for 2 days. Salmonella.
Oh,
Swear to God, just recently. But he deserved it, because if somebody's cooking raw chicken, you licking your fingers, bro.
yeah.
I don't know what
That
you're talking
was
about.
just,
Yeah.
that's just, I'm telling you, when you got chicken in your hands, I promise you, I'm washing my hands every 2
Constantly.
seconds. I do not like that. The heck
Constantly.
if I'm putting it in there my mouth. What the hell? What?
Do you know that I know how people clean chicken? If you got like a real, like you broke its neck and like pulling the feathers, it makes sense.
Right.
But they say because of salmonella, et cetera, it is best to not wash the chicken, to
Yep.
just cook it, because you're going to kill whatever that you would have washed off. And because it splashes and all that stuff is going everywhere that you have no idea about. All
Interesting.
over the surfaces, and someone touched that, they're sick. So they say don't wash your chicken, just cook it.
Well, guess what? His friend learned the hard way. You're gonna learn today, ain't you? You're gonna
That's a
learn
fact.
today.
That's a fact.
So let's get into you, because we want to know more about you. This was our month for fathers. And I thought you would be a phenomenal guest, considering you are a father of several children. And I know people are very curious about you. People think they know who you are, But
Right.
I really want people to know a little bit more about who you are, because I think you're way more than what they've seen. So first, tell us a little bit about you from your childhood, and then move on into your life. We just want to know Peter.
Well, I'm born and raised in the South Bronx. A big family. I'm 8th kid born in a family of 9. That's large family, cousins, and it was a rough upbringing. We were poor, but it didn't feel that way. It's hard to explain it. You didn't feel poor. You felt, I felt protected. I'm the youngest brother. All my brothers, I had big brothers that would never let anything happen to me. And although it was a lot of adversities, a lot of, I had older brothers on drugs. My uncle was on drugs. I had, 3 brothers in particular that were on drugs. One really had a rough go at it. It was, it turned the house upside down, especially for my mother. But we still maintained a tightness, and you couldn't tell me anything about my brothers. And even though I just had an example, I tell people all the time, I had an example of why you shouldn't use drugs right in my face. So that's why I didn't start drinking until I was 25. I never smoked weed. I never did any kind of drugs. I started smoking cigars now in my 40s, but it was in the household. I had a clear reason why you shouldn't use drugs. I just watched it destroy my family, and watch, what it did to my mom. And but it was a rough time, but it's still, again, I wouldn't change my childhood for nothing. I have a very tight-knit family. I love being around my family. I love when we get together. It's still good times, and everyone's got themselves together. I have one brother that's still struggling, but for the most part, they got themselves together. My sisters are the best ever. So they always pushed me, whatever I wanted to do. If I wanted to play music, I got guitars. If I wanted to play drums, I got drums. No matter what I wanted to do, I had that push. Dance, rap, sing, act, whatever I wanted to do was, my dad and my mom was there for me, and my older siblings. Again, things went left in the 80s when that crack came, and but yeah, it was.
So your mom and dad were together while you was growing up? They was together as a couple?
They was together, but my dad was doing dad. He was rolling. Papa was a Rolling Stone. They were together, but he stayed out a lot and did him. He had his share of women. Yeah, my dad passed in 2006, cancer.
Oh,
but
right.
Yeah, Papa was there. He was a Rolling Stone.
But
you know what's crazy? That not just my dad. All my friends' dads, it was just normal to have multiple. Growing up, it was like men just had women. It was always somebody else. It just seemed like that.
Do you think that's changed? Is that, you said back then?
I mean, I still think men are doing it. I think back then, honestly speaking, it was more out in the open. I think now it's more.
So you think you think men out there, you saying everybody you knew back then was cheating. So you think now it's still the same way, they just don't get caught?
Yeah. I think most men. I mean, I've never met a man that didn't have an indiscretion in my life.
Never.
I'm not saying I'm not saying he don't exist. I don't know him. I'm saying nobody.
You know a lot of people. You know a lot of people.
Yeah, I'm not saying that they haven't changed. I'm just saying that everyone that I've ever met there was a time there was somebody else, or they did something, or they backslid or something. Yeah. Now my brother kills me for saying that. My brothers, they want to kill me and strangle me when I say that because they're married.
The women be like, what did you do?
He said he never met them. Yeah.
So,
except my brothers.
So wait a minute.
No, you said you ain't never met nobody, so there you go, brothers. Except my friends.
Wait.
They were like, it wasn't me.
Wait a minute.
It wasn't me. What?
I've been married 8 years.
8 years. Go ahead, brother.
Never
cheated.
I don't think he was saying right now. He's talking about ever cheated.
ever in your life? Have you
cheated?
ever stepped
Ever
on
in
a
your
lady?
life?
Were you ever in a relationship?
Oh,
and you stepped out on a
ever.
lady?
Yeah.
Oh.
Ever. Yeah.
Oh, so anyway, Peter, I have a fan here that wants to say hello.
Uh-huh.
Pushing the reset button. Anyway, yeah.
I can't even say in my life. To be honest.
So Peter, can you
What?
do me a favor? Real quick, we got a super fan who loves
Uh-huh.
you. She thinks you're funny as hell. Can you give a shout out? Just say Miss Mo. She loves you.
Who?
Miss Mo. M-O.
Miss Mo, much love to you.
She says she loves you. Yeah, we not doing
I
that.
love you back,
Ever? Damn, that's a long time.
Ever you cheated in your life? Come on, let's admit it.
No,
Have
I'm
you
saying
ever
a
cheated in your
relationship.
life?
Man, I was king dingling at one time in my life. Are you serious?
Oh, we all cheated. I can't say all, but I know.
What? Did I cheat?
I'm saying men, as far as men as a man. Yeah, I mean, shit. Yeah.
Is
all I'm
Fat
saying
Me greasy?
At some point, yeah.
At some
mean,
point in your life.
every
I'm
man
saying,
I've been.
I'm not saying always.
but
Just
one.
when, so for instance, if you say, yo, if I ever meet a man that say, yo, when I'm with this woman, I'm just with this woman. I've never. Every time I was in a relationship, I was just with that person. I ain't never met that person. I'm not saying you can't find somebody that eventually goes, yo, yeah, I'm over that. Like you said, I'm with my wife 8 years. I've never cheated. You get to that point, I know he's over it. You didn't give, how much more could you do? You did it, or he got it out of the system. So he's happy with his wife. So I don't mean that. I mean, you were in relationships before that you cheated. That's what I mean. So I've never met a person that was just not a person, a man. That was just like, I meet women like that. I don't meet men like that. That's just, I'm just with this person my whole life. When I'm with somebody, I'm just with that person.
Come to think of it, my marriage might be the only relationship I didn't cheat with.
That's what I'm saying.
So you said,
That's
like
right.
you said, you changed. You did.
But all right, hold on. Can I ask a question real quick? The cheater extraordinary.
He said, "Man, let the people know." Just
No, because he called himself that. Like,
extraordinaire.
Okay,
obviously
for those of y'all,
Yeah.
for those of y'all who didn't listen to the podcast, and shame on you if you didn't. Peter describes himself as like the commentator of cheating. Like you got football commentator, but he said that himself. So I'm not making this stuff up.
You're not making it up, but I want to make sure everybody knows that he's also the host. He actually made it his profession. He's the host of the show Cheaters. Cheaters used to come on Channel 48 back here in Philly, so Cheaters is one of those shows.
It still comes on.
No, but I'm talking about when it was here in Philly, it was on Channel 48, the show we was on.
Right.
The channel we was on.
Right.
But
And
Cheaters,
listen, so
what made them come to you? Because you were known for cheating? They're like, oh,
Yeah,
we know about this.
Who better? Who knows all the tricks and trades? Who better than Peter? And I think they thought it would be funny and a good idea to have me on the show to do it. So that's
bruh, it's funny.
that's
It's
like-
hilarious. Trust me. That's the best comedy I've seen in years.
Yeah, it'd be crazy, man.
For real,
Crazy.
like, yeah.
You said you know all the tricks in the trade. Does that mean you ain't never, but you get caught? Tricks in the trade means you never get caught. You got caught a few times.
You know what I used to find funny, right? So people used to be like, yo, how is he an expert? And he got caught. He was doing Love and Hip Hop. We watched him get caught. So you'd have to use your common sense to know that if I'm filming a TV show, I know I'm gonna get caught. They both gonna watch the goddamn show. You know what I mean? Eventually. So when you sign on to do those shows, you know what it is. And when I signed on to do the show, it was because it was coming to a head anyway. So why not get paid for it?
Mm-hmm.
They were stressing me to come on. They were stressing me to come on for months.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I'm just keeping it real with you.
Did you just wait a
I'm the
minute?
only real one. I'm the realest thing you ever seen on that show.
Wait a minute. Did you
They
just
hate
say?
me, but I'm keeping the buck.
Did you just say I was going to get caught anyway? So I might as well.
No, he said, why not get paid for it? It's coming to the end. I already know it's the end of the relationship, so I might as well go ahead and get paid for it.
They was begging me to come on that show. The reason why I didn't come on Love and Hip Hop the first 2 seasons is because my son signed the Young Money, and I didn't want to interfere in what he was doing musically. So he just signed the Young Money. He's getting on, and the show was calling me, hey, Guns, please, we want to do your story. They knew my story was crazy, and I was like, it interferes in my son, and I don't want to make this about me at this time. And then my son caught a gun charge in New York, and he was going through this rough time with his, with New York is tough on guns. So while he was going through that, we cooled him off. So we take the popularity out. So the judge wouldn't make an example out of him. So while he was down, I went and said, fuck it. I told the show, there's no money coming in. All right, let's do it. So to me, it would help Amina with her music and, what she's doing. And Tara, she's an actor. She's beautiful. Maybe just to spin them off into, what they have to do. And then maybe give me a couple dollars to take care of these many mouths I have to feed. So I went into it. There was no malice when I signed on. I didn't go into it with malice. Like, I'm going to embarrass these women and I'm going to hurt everybody. It's just I had no control. It just spiraled out of control. And when you're not an executive producer and you're not in charge of that editing, this shit could go, they go to dig as much as they and get what they want. So it just spiraled out of control, but it was no bad intent, there was no malice. But when we signed on to do it, I keep telling people that say, yo, you the worst cheater ever. You got busted on TV. Use your common sense, homeboy. If I sign on to do a show, they're going to watch the show, but it was just one of those things that just spiraled completely out of control that I would never be able to explain to people. People they were like, how could you do that? And but you just get caught up and just nothing you could do, and you're chasing your tail because your story is real. There's a lot of arguments I had on that show that was real, and then I cringe when I watch it. When people send me clips, I cringe. I can't believe I said that, but it was a real story. You got a lot of people that go to the show with fake storylines, and they all go out and eat and laugh after they had. I had a rough 24 hours a day doing that show.
But then it's one off. But wait a minute, but it's one off into you. So if that didn't happen, if you did not do the show, you might not have gotten cheaters. So it actually worked in your favor, right?
Well, so people say, do you regret it, right? So far, my answer would be yes. Oh. Because for the amount of embarrassment that I put on the women, the embarrassment that I did to Tara and Amina, not telling Tara I married Amina was something probably in the top 5 things I regret in my life. Like she shouldn't have found that out on TV. Amina, kind of tainted her a little bit. She's super talented. Instrument, she was one of the best songwriters I've ever been around. So it kind of like overshadowed their talent and their brilliance with me, kind of making a mockery that I'm dancing in between the two of them and embarrassed them. So then you got family members that love me that, like Tara's dad, don't even speak to me no more. You know what I mean? Like, my dude, how could you do that to my daughter? So those things, but the biggest regret would be if I'm not able to put at least the kids that were born from me doing this show, if I'm not able to put them through college and leave something for them to have a head start in life, I will regret it. But if I'm able to come back and provide and do, something spectacular for the kids, then I won't regret it. And, and so far I regret it, but you're right. I graduated to Cheaters. I got another show I'm doing, and hopefully I could, take some of this money, invest and do something, leave something for them. Then I can say I don't regret it. But as of right now, yeah, I super regret it.
Can I ask
all money ain't good money,
Can I ask you an honest question?
Yeah.
And I mean no disrespect by this question.
I'm taking it.
If what you did to Tyra and Amina and a few others, if that was done to you as a father to one of your daughters, how would you honestly feel?
It's funny you asked. I think we touched on this last time we spoke, but I'll say it again.
Did we? My
daughter's man cheated on her. She was heartbroken. She came to me to talk to him. And I'm like, I can't. He'll look at me like, yo, really, homeboy?
Like you?
After what you did? So yeah, it hurts that I can't go say what I want to say to this man or do what I want to do. I didn't make a good example to my daughter, and I'm in no position to throw stones at her boyfriend. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, it doesn't feel good. Now that's my daughter. Of course, I'm like, yo, fuck his little dusty ass. Go find you somebody that does better for you. But it's also being a hypocrite. You know what I mean?
But if you say go find somebody that's do better for you, but in your mind you believe that most men cheat anyway. So
yeah, especially at that, especially at that age, man, 20-something years old. When you 20-something years old and you think this is forever. I've been down that road. 21, 22, 23, thinking it's forever. I think there comes a time where you get tired and you want to just chill and and do the right thing. There comes a time, you know, but I don't think it's in the 20s. That's why when I see people getting married at 21 and 22, I'm like, yo, wait.
What are you doing? You sure you want to do that? Listen,
You sure you want to put that? You sure you want to tattoo that name?
People shouldn't get married until they're at least 50.
Men.
I'd have to agree with
Let's
that.
be clear, men.
I'd have to agree. Yeah. I agree
Men,
with that.
not women mature in a different way. You know, although things are changing, women are doing some
But that's crazy.
stuff
I
lately.
meet women in their 20s that's already mature. That's willing to I think a woman can do it in her 20s. I'm only speaking for men. I don't think you should really be in that situation in your 20s as a man. I think women can do it. Absolutely. I think men are just
I just came to the conclusion that, you know, all but one relationship I got cheated on. That every single one.
All but one. Are you sure about?
So all your relationships you were cheating on?
Are you serious?
All but one. All but one. All but
Mm.
one that I know of. I don't think he did, but
call them cheating. Or are you suspecting them? Because you know there's a difference between you thinking they cheated and they.
No, I absolutely know they cheated. Okay, I know they cheated, and so instead of making me bitter and mad, it's weird. It made me the opposite. It's like I'm not jealous. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, that's just typically. Maybe it's just because my age and because of the life I've lived, I'm just not jealous because I don't want that. You know, I don't want because I'm a monogamous person. I don't want that. But at the same time, it's like, that's why I don't know how much I'm going to ever trust again, but not in a bad way. Not like I'm mad at somebody. I'm mad at men. It's not like that. It's just like, you know, it's just a part of life. You know, sometimes things are just the way they are. Right. And, you know, and if I meet someone and we have a conversation and I decide to deal with them, knowing that they possibly might wander, then that's my choice, you know, and it's their choice but I would have that conversation. I'm old enough to know that that's a conversation that I have with somebody right off the bat. I just want to know. Be honest, be real, don't lie, tell me the truth. Who are you when it comes to that? And before even that, are you straight? You know what I mean? Right. Because these days it seems like so many guys are trying all kind of other things. And yeah, we're gonna no, I don't want to do one. Is that cool, kid? I'd rather just talk. Is that cool?
Hey, I'm just a hired help on this game.
Okay, yeah, we're not gonna do any more commercials. We don't have a lot of time, but yeah, I don't, you know, I'm just real with people, and it's like, let's have this conversation right off the bat. First off, have you been tested? Should we go get tested? Second of all, are you straight? Like for real straight? You know, not one of them men that say they straight, but when they was in jail, they wasn't straight.
But nowadays you need more than one test.
So you saying that? So you saying
nowadays it's more than one test. You gotta ask them, are you sexually tested? And you get that code.
Wait. But the thing is, you saying that if they were with someone else that was a man, if they're a man and they were with a man, you're saying that would be off limits? Is that a deal breaker?
No.
Hell yeah.
And I want it to be a conversation.
No. You saying it's not a deal breaker?
No, I don't know what's a deal breaker or not. Don't judge like that. I can't imagine being with someone that's a bisexual. But I have been with someone that was a bisexual and lied to me about it. What? I don't want you lying to me. I want to make that choice consciously. I want to say, okay, well, you know, they had a fluid lifestyle and blah, but I like them so much. That's something we can talk about. I can't imagine it, but maybe if I like somebody that much, I don't know.
Man, talk about you.
But men do it all the time. Men, I like girls. They like girls that like girls. You don't do girls that like girls?
No.
No.
I don't. I don't like it.
Kid likes it. Kids all for that.
Yeah, my friends think I'm crazy. I don't want to see either way. Mm-hmm. Not me personally, you know what I mean? I don't. Nah. My friends would be like, "Yo, I made them kiss," and they was tongue kissing.
Actually,
I'm good on that shit.
I was just stretching. I don't know what y'all talking about.
Nah, I don't. Nah. Yeah, you know, and then men like some weird things, and I think certain things certain signs women gotta look for. Men like certain things. It's the writings on the wall.
They do.
Yeah, the writings on the wall, baby.
Yep. As soon as somebody tell me turn around, I'm like, okay. I mean, never mind. No.
Talk about true confessions.
As soon as they accidentally miss, I'm like,
Yeah. Well,
he hit Dirt Hill Road instead of instead of the airstrip, he hit Dirt Hill Road. I got you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. He
I
working
certain
the beat
signs.
factory.
Sometimes the writing's on the wall and people don't pay attention.
All right, maybe I'm confused. Like I'm gonna just go with this. I'm gonna go with. So I thought that was a thing that I remember people saying there's a requirement for the turnaround. Like I think that's what men like from women as well.
Nah, we not
my
doing
thing.
the reach arounds. Wait a minute. What, Shelly?
Okay, maybe I'll know. Let me just stay confused. I'll stay confused.
What did you?
I don't know where we going with this, but nah.
He said, nah. All right, I'm gonna stay confused.
Shelly, the left field alarm is going off. They want you to come back home. And this time, shut the door behind you.
Yes, I understand.
I wanna read. Malik says, I believe we all build a wall after trauma visits us, and only faith, love, therapy will get us out of the woods. And Islam, he's Muslim, teaches us to keep our lustful desires at bay because our lustful impulsiveness gets us in trouble all the time. Impulsiveness being the key word, maybe. You know, lustful, it's just life. That's biology, but impulsiveness can get us in trouble. Maybe
that's a fact. That's a fact. Yes,
it can. If you just do something without thinking about it. I mean.
So is that why you like Peter? Is that why you liked other women because it was impulsive, or was it just like be honest? Was it just something that you have two people that just were great in different ways, and it's like this was great too, but this was great too, and you just can't decide? Is that how that went?
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's that. It's just I don't know, man. It's hard to explain. Women are beautiful. They would come. They were both. If we're talking about these two, they were totally opposite. It was really with Amina, wasn't not that she's not beautiful and all that. Our main attraction was music.
Mm-hmm.
We both love music. We would write music, make music. We talk music. She was a huge fan of jazz music too. So it was more of a musical connection with me and Amina. And Tara was more like a motherly, old Southern type vibe. Like it was a totally opposite people. So yeah, you but the thing with with people, again, you find something, and with men, there was a time you just find something new and you get into that and just totally like forget the other, person that's been there or whatever. It's just something new. That's all it was.
You're a Capricorn, aren't you? You're Capricorn. I've heard that about Capricorns. They have a tendency to get bored easily.
Get bored real easy. Yeah.
That's what I heard.
They get bored real easy, and they always got to be the center of attention.
That's not true.
I know that about
That's
the
not
Capricorn.
true. That's not true.
I know a lot of Capricorns. I don't know that about them, but the boredom thing, I do. They seem to be real good with money, smart, and very get bored. Like
they
so.
hustlers.
Yeah, I am terrible with money. With money. Terrible money. So that don't fit me.
Okay.
Well, you kind of.
And I'm also not into astrology like that. When people come to me and be like, well, I could tell you as a Capricorn because of this, because of that.
Well, I think it's that nurture versus nature thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not like all Tauruses at all. I can definitely be stubborn about what I care about for me, but I don't care what anybody else does. I just care about me, and they, Tauruses love money too. So I missed that memo.
Yeah, I didn't know. I thought we all, Seabreeze, can I ask you a question?
We all love money. I'm just bad with it.
Yeah.
Are we doing the topic today? Because I
Yeah, in 5 minutes. I just want to.
I got a doozy because Peter is here.
Okay, 5 minutes from now, we're going to do that. Peter, before we move into his segment, which is always usually controversial and out of...
We've been controversial this whole time.
out of pocket. True that.
I'll take it.
I didn't know it could get no more out of pocket than what we already been doing for the last.
True. But I do want a couple of things I don't want to leave out of this conversation. Your music and your children. Your children, because like I said, I had you when I met you, I was like, oh my gosh, you would be so perfect. Well, when I read about you, I'm sorry, Peter, I didn't know none of your drama. When we talked, it was strictly just a friend meeting a friend. I didn't know none of your past. And I still feel like that. That's like old stuff to me. So, so first of all, music, I know you got something new that you're working on. You got something coming up. So why don't you tell us about that?
I apologize. My phone keeps falling. I was trying to get by a spot. Well, musically, I'm working on an album with CL Smooth. We formed a group called The Odd Couple. We totally opposite. So we rap about it and we do all these different records, and it's been so much fun working on that project with him. So we're about 5 or 6 songs deep. We're gonna probably make it an EP and then head out on the road in the fall and promote the record. But yeah, that's been a lot of fun. But I'm also doing some of my own music where I'm playing instruments and producing most of it myself, if not all of it. So I'll be playing drum. I'm the ghetto prince. I'm playing drums and bass and guitar, my own stuff. So I'm having fun with that. Having a lot of fun with that. Plus, I don't have to worry about clearing those samples. I own it. So that's a lot of fun. Me and CL got a whole lot of samples going on in this project.
Okay. All right. Well, so you guys that are listening in, you got to make sure you support him and his new music. And then your children. So I know they're spread out, they're at different locations. So how do you manage to be pop? What do you do? Because I know for me, quality time is way more important than quantity of time.
Right.
So what I sense from the things I've watched about you and talking, you seem to be about making sure that when you're with them, it is quality. Is that true, or am I guessing wrong?
Yeah, no, of course. You just, when I fly to town, try to make it all about them and plan things to do. So right now, my daughters are in Germany. I was supposed to fly out to LA to see them, but they're in Germany now for, I think, a couple of weeks because Amina, Tara, and I are shooting a show for BET, a dating show, for the whole month of July. So Amina went to spend some time with her sister, her twin sister's about to have a baby, because when they come back, we fly off to do this dating show. Amina and Tara trying to find me Amina and Tara's trying to find me a girlfriend.
You got both your baby.
They're trying to find me a girlfriend on an island somewhere.
Whoa, you talk about how everything just spun off and things are just going well. That's
wait a minute. What?
I'm happy.
Look for it on BET, baby. It's coming.
I think it's going to be a dope show. I think that's going to be dope.
They're going to tell the women what I like.
So
what he like, what he's into, what he does, and we want to make sure this woman is going to be cool around our kids, and so they want to filter the women out for me. So
your baby moms,
they're going to try to find me a girlfriend.
That's hilarious. I think it's well worth watching, and I think I'm hoping it just blows up so you can put all your kids, how many is it? 10 of them, right?
Well, no, I got small ones. I got some big ones and small ones, but yeah, I need to pay for some college tuition.
You got a lot of kids, so you need to, yes.
Yeah, but Sen, I'm sorry. Going back to what you said, I'm flying to New Orleans in the morning to go see my daughter Phoenix. So I try to make. When I fly out to see them, it's a weird thing I do. I try to get booked while I'm there. So if I get booked,
right,
I make a little money and give it to her. You know what I mean? So I booked an appearance in New Orleans for Saturday, and that money will go to her. So
That's
the trip's paid for, and I get to leave her some money. And then I'm taking Legacy Wildin' out.
Bruh, as far as that show coming out, it's very rare that I say this. This I have got to say.
You know what's crazy? When they tapped me, and I was just with Flav, I just told Flav. When they tapped me to do the show, right? It was funny. They called and said, "Are you single?" And I said, "Yeah." They said, "Would you be into your kid's mom's looking for a girlfriend for you?" I said, "Well, we have to ask them if they into it, and I'll definitely do it." And I was booked for another show, but I turned that show down because this show puts money in all our pockets. That other show is just for me.
This show is in the center for the weed man. I definitely gotta call him when it's.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be very interesting. Now the thing is, I don't know who else is on the show or where we're going, but it's I'm not the only person who's it's gonna be interesting.
In fact, can you hook me up with the person that created this? Because I know they smoking some powerful shit.
Guess what? They don't even have a name of the show. I don't even know where we're filming it. We're leaving next month.
Who needs a name? 3 niggas on the beach is all you need.
Wow, but that's good. You ain't see the power of. He saying, "Look, we gonna put money in everybody's pocket, not just mine." That's a great way.
Yeah. I was booked for another show, and I was, and I wanted to do the show, but I told him, "Listen, this particular show, everybody can get a nice piece of change, and unless you want to cover and if you can cover that, I would have rather have done the other show. But if you could cover all 3 of us." And pay us and pay me enough to give them some money. But if not, I'm gonna do the show where we all eat. And it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be funny because I want to see who can take it. Who can take it? You know what I mean? Like y'all really gonna be cool with me dating these women and going out on dates and But these shows always have a twist. I wouldn't be surprised if someone shows up for Tara or Amina, even though Amina has a boyfriend who ain't having it. You don't want her dating nobody or playing like that.
I wonder why.
Mm-hmm. I can't imagine. And then all the women that's going to show up to be here. And, oh my goodness, it's going to be. Like I said, I was.
Oh, Sin, this is the show I told you about.
Mm-hmm.
Remember I told you. So this particular show, they might kill me for this, but I don't give a fuck. This particular show is the first time that I ever experienced a situation where, besides all the psych tests and the doctors and all that, they want me to waive my HIPAA rights so they could look and and test me for STDs and look at my history. And I was like, I'm not comfortable with that. I don't know if I want to waive my HIPAA rights with you guys looking at my fucking history. 1, 2, I'm not going out on this beach to do nothing. And if you want to do that, let's sign off that whatever we do and catch, we on our own. I'll sign that.
So wait a minute, you gotta sign a disclaimer to get the draws?
No, like, listen, I would do that. I would rather sign something to say if I slipped up and did something on the island, which I'm not, if I slipped up and had sex with somebody on the island or catch something, it's on my own. You guys are not responsible for anything. But instead, they want me to sign something where it waives my HIPAA rights, but they test you for STDs and shit. I'm like, the reason I signed off to do that is because I didn't want them to think I had something to hide. But I told Sin, I asked Sin, I said, Sin, have you ever had to do that in any TV show, anything that you've been in? She said, hell no. So now I feel like, like there's certain things in life that you shouldn't have to ever compromise for nobody. But because my thing to them is, yo, you think I'm going out there to be, and if I do, I'll sign something that say I'm on my own, but I'm not waiving my HIPAA rights. It's the first time I've experienced some shit like that. That's the only thing with this show that I was like, it's a little weird. But I guess they're trying to cover themselves.
But wait a minute.
I've done reality shows. I've been on 6 different reality shows. The first time I've ever experienced something like this.
But wait a minute. If you wind up getting into something physical with one of the people, whatever, of course they're not going to film it. So that means it's on your own time.
Right.
Yeah, they tripping.
Well, see, you just never. Listen. You never know. You never know who you might hit it off with or whatever. Doesn't matter to me. I'm a grown ass man. Put the writing in the contract that, yo, if you do that, you're on your own. We ain't got nothing to do with that. And that's different than me waiving my HIPAA rights.
And did they do that to the other people? So is it only you that had to
No, everyone. But I just recently learned that certain people were like, fuck no, I'm not doing that. Like unfortunately for me, right? I'm just keeping it real with y'all. I always feel like if I say I'm not doing that, then they assume automatically that something's wrong.
Something's wrong, right?
So rather than them have that shit going around like, oh, he don't want to take the test because he got something, I just agreed to do it. But I don't feel good about it. I will tell you, I don't feel right. Just there's certain rights and there's certain things in life you should not do.
Yeah, that's a precedent.
Your medical shit. Come on, man, that's crazy.
That's a precedence now, and so that's I have a feeling that if it wasn't a reality show, they could get sued for some stuff like that. That's not legal. But they have worked around it somehow. So okay, so DJ Kid Disco, what you want to talk about?
Real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Do y'all believe that? What do y'all think about this? Can alpha males and alpha females be in a relationship together? So, and let's say the alpha female is the more dominant. So, Mr. Cheater Expert, does that guarantee? Because I asked this question online not too long ago, and somebody said something interesting. The alpha female is going to 9 times out of 10 cheat because she's the more dominant, and she's gonna be like, "Well, what are you gonna do?"
Right.
First of all, can alpha males and alpha females be in a relationship together, even though she's the more dominant?
No. No. I don't think so. I think it'd be a very toxic relationship. You know what's crazy? I never liked a woman to yes me to death. But I always liked a woman to let me be the man. And no matter what the situation was, I never felt in competition with any woman I was in a relationship with. So you got men that, I have a friend who literally will work multiple jobs and do multiple things just so that he makes more money than his wife. I've never felt like that. I've never had, I have to be this, just treat me as the man, and you could be as popular as you are, make more money than me, be more successful. I'm not jealous, I root you on, but you definitely you can't use that and be what he's talking about. Yeah, I make more money than you. I'm like, oh, hell no. Never, yo. Alpha, I mean, it'd be so toxic. It'd be too toxic. I couldn't even imagine being with I don't like being over talked, stepped on while I'm talking. You know everything, loud. I dated a young lady that was like that one time, only because she was beautiful.
Wait a minute, Peter. Let me ask you a question because you just made an interesting point. So is that your definition of an alpha female?
Yeah, that's to me.
That's exactly where I was going, because that doesn't necessarily, alpha female doesn't mean she's the ABW, angry black woman. Alpha female just means she's strong and successful.
Oh, I never said angry black woman.
No, but you know, they always say alpha females are ABW. You know, they like, no, you're gonna do this, you're gonna do that. But it's more so about being strong and successful and confident in who they are.
Because you know you're an alpha female.
Well,
right?
That I could take. No, I'm talking, but not, listen.
You fit the prototype, Shell. That's why I was.
And that's what I was thinking. I was like,
no, strong and confident. But listen what I'm saying. I feel like when he's saying that, I don't feel like alpha, and my definition that I thought you was going was somebody that's just like beating on their chest, like I'm doing this. It don't have to be mean and loud.
Nah. That's somebody that's a narcissist. That's a whole nother show.
Yeah.
That's narcissism.
Okay.
No, when I'm talking
alpha
about
female,
she's confident. She might be a little bit thuggish, a little thug in the skirt. She's bossy.
I think it really depends on your definition of what an alpha is.
That's what I'm saying.
Alpha, to me, when I think of an alpha, I think of a boss. I think of someone who's telling people what to do. I think of the strength. Now, that to me, there's a difference between an alpha and a strong person. There's a totally different difference. I know very personally alpha women. I know them, and I would never set them up with certain men because I know they would crash in together. Shelly, you are a boss, but you don't ever overtalk anybody. You are sweet to your core, but you're strong and you get shit done, right? But I know women like he's talking about that think they got to run everything and they don't let their man have a
That's
word.
what I'm talking about.
And
Shelly bossy as hell.
and I have known those women. I know strong women like my sister. Y'all met Sadika. Sadika is a boss. She runs her company. She's strong. She's beautiful. She does it all. But when it comes to her men, she lets them be the man. She don't get stepped on. She don't get mistreated, but she's strong. But when it comes to her man, she's like, baby, what you want to eat? You know, because she does like to cook. Not everybody does.
That ain't
So
going
Shelly really got y'all fooled.
Something different.
Shelly really got y'all. See, let me take you back to the days of Urban Express. See, listen, girl, she bossy as hell.
I am not. I am.
There is a difference between being a boss at work and a boss with your man.
She's boss, period.
It's not the same. You can be. I'm a boss. Shit.
Yes, you
I'm
are
strong.
But you're not bossy. Shelly's bossy.
Some men can't deal with me. Some men cannot deal with me. But when it comes to the man I'm with, I let him be a man.
So can an alpha female? Okay.
Strong men.
So can an alpha female actually submit to the man?
Yes. An alpha. Yes.
Well,
Again,
I
it
could
depends on your
take
definition.
that. See the definition. That's so I stand corrected. If the definition.
So yeah, it's based on based on the definition. You have the alpha female, which I believe Cinda and I are alpha female. So, but we're the kind of alpha females that's smart enough to understand that the role that we play is a strong woman in what we do. And when it comes to our men, we're able to submit as long as they're submittable. If they're a good person and they're strong enough to handle it, then we can submit. But if they a weak punk, excuse me, but if they weak and they not doing what they supposed to do, I can't submit to junk. But I'm gonna submit to a man who got it going on, like he's strong, he's capable, he's moving in the right direction.
So all right, so as long as he ain't a simp.
Yes, right. Yeah.
I think of my parents. I mean, not my parents, my father and my stepmother. My stepmother, her nickname for me is Supermom. I call her Supermom because she does everything. She ran the household. She raised her kids. She works a full-time job. She made way more money than my father. She was super strong, right? But then she came home and she's like, honey, she would ask, what do you think, honey? What's your opinion? And oftentimes, sometimes she drove me crazy because she always repeated what he said. I'm like, dang, have your own mind. But she's just like one of the strongest women I have ever known. But she was with one of the strongest men I've ever known. And he was such a strong man that he could let her do what she did. He was cool with it, just as long as she knew. Like there was a time when she was a little hesitant about us coming over all the time, his older children. And Daddy was like, she ain't running this house. This is my house. You want to come over here? You coming over here. And that was the end of the conversation. There wasn't no more to it. No more conversation. So yes, a strong woman can be with a strong man, but there's got to be mutual respect and understanding of the roles. And then I think we cool.
Yeah, we're not here to demasculate the man. We're here to uplift them. But as long, I'm always gonna keep prefacing this, as long as they're worthy of it. You can't do that.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You can't do that to someone who's not gonna lead you in the right direction, and all of a sudden you be poor in a poorhouse. Like, I let that man lead me, and look at me, I'm over here, and I ain't got no home, and I don't got no. Yeah, nah, we ain't gonna do that.
I dated an alpha female one time. I dated one time, and she was the definition that I'm telling you that I'm talking about. Yeah, man. But we one time we went to the movies, and it was in the Bronx, and it was like 30 dudes smoking weed, talking, and she was like, "Y'all need to shut the fuck up. We trying to watch a movie." And they went ape shit on her. Shut up, bitch, before we beat your man up. Right? And that was the end of us. Like, I was like, see, shit like that. Like, you know, that was just an example, but she was that loud, but beautiful. Yeah. And I think I think when I was a kid, that's what I only went about how it was only matter how you look. When I was younger, I don't care what was in your brain. How you looked is all that I thought about. And that shit, you know, always came to bite me in the ass because stuff like that. You go
that could have got you whooped. That could have got you killed. Yeah, you don't want no. That's the problem. You don't want to be around any woman that could put you in danger of your life. No, I don't care how.
And she liked to fight and argue and know everything.
She wasn't alpha
on shit.
She wasn't alpha.
Yeah, that's a narcissist.
She was crazy. She was crazy. Sorry.
There's
she
a
out
difference.
there listening. I'm sorry, but she wasn't alpha. She was crazy. She had some issues from her childhood that ended up in her adulthood. She was crazy. She wasn't no typical alpha. Alphas know how to conduct themselves in a manner that's going to put you first. They're going to put you in the place, and you're all going to be eating. Everybody going to be eating when you're
that's what alpha. I like.
You're going to eat.
That's what I like.
Eating together. No, that alpha was trying to get you killed and get you killed.
Yeah, I'm the kind of alpha that I don't have a gun because I might use it if you mess with my man. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of alpha I am.
Right.
So, you know, or my child or my children or whatever, I'm very protective. I'm very strong that way, you know, and to me, that's the real deal. But anyway, we are at our time. I know you got a lot going on, Peter. So thank you so much. Do you have any information to share? People can follow you where and support you how?
Peter Guns 174 on Instagram. That's the best place. Yeah, you know,
what's
people
the
always ask.
For? What, I saw that. I was like, what is that for?
Oh, that's where I was born and raised at in the Bronx,
the
174th Street, Vice Avenue. So.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's 174. We anybody from the fourth know what it is. We proud to be. It's tatted on my arm. We love that. Yeah, that's the hood that raised me. Definitely did.
All right. Well, y'all make sure you support him because he is way more than you know. He's a good man and he's doing a lot of great things. We want to help him feed his children.
Come on, man. I got these mouths. Listen
to his music and all of that. Thank you so much. So, Shelly, got anything you want to share?
You know what? Because we right here on Facebook Live, I have to say rest in peace to Novi Johnson. She was an incredible businesswoman in Philadelphia. She had a new show called Surviving Philly TV. She put artists on all the time. She's one of those people who cared about the artists. Like she wanted to put them on. She got them distribution deals. No, wanting nothing for herself. But she passed away. I mean, literally, not even. She's very young. Passed away last night. So rest in peace to Novi Johnson. I will love you forever. And we're going to keep putting these artists on and making sure artists eat properly. Not just eat, but eat properly. Ain't nobody going to take their money. That's all I'm saying.
Amen. Please stop asking people to work for free.
Yeah.
Okay, Kid Disco, you got something else? You got something you want to share? No. I'm very disappointed in you because there is something you need to be sharing.
Oh, what happened?
Melanated brunch tomorrow. What time, Kid Disco? What time is our?
Ain't look like he was just like dumbfounded. Like
you forget?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, what time is our show tomorrow?
Oh.
We got another show we do, Peter, called Melanated whatever.
That's where he need to be at.
I love
it. You tell me, girly.
It says brunch, so y'all gonna be tomorrow at 12 o'clock. Come on now, you messing up. What y'all doing?
Yeah, it's got to be early enough because I got a court date tomorrow.
That's right. I thought you said.
Yeah. So noon is good.
I know, right? She said
noon Eastern. Noon Eastern is perfect. So tomorrow, y'all come back melanated at brunch with two niggas on the street or whatever you call them.
Two niggas on the couch.
Yeah, two niggas on the couch. That'll be Seabreeze and DJ Kid Disco tomorrow. Please come back, and you know it will be crazy because he crazy. And then please listen in this week for my podcast. I have my brothers, Charles and Fred, and my cousin Jomo coming on talking about nurturing fathers. And oh my God, it was so much fun talking to them about the phenomenal job that they are doing.
When's Father's Day? When's Father's Day?
Sunday.
It's coming up this weekend, right? This Sunday.
And that producer you got.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my producer's always awesome. DJ Katisco does production for me. Thank you, kid. And everybody that tuned in today, thank you so much. I know we went a little over. We're sorry. We love you. We love you. Monique told me to tell you she loves you, Peter. Ilias, Malik Jenkins, Truth. If you get a chance, go back and look on. I don't know if you have my Facebook page, but he wants you on his show too. So check him out, Malik Truth. And we love you here. Thank you so much for everything.
Thank
Hey,
you.
Monica Yvette, Money Kid. What's up? What's up? I hope it's
Why money? Why money?
Mama.
I have got to call you today. Why money? I've been trying to call you for the last week, and I keep forgetting. You know I smoke that shit from time to time. I'm gonna call you.
All right. Thank you guys for showing up. I
Later.
really love you. God bless. That's a wrap.